Welcome everyone, I'm Tash. We're going to do a 30-minute afternoon ease and stretch for a little bit of calm and soothing any anxious or busy energy through the body. So we're actually going to start in a standing position. So let's just come to stand. And as you come to stand, perhaps you bring your bricks, if you have some bricks, on its highest or middle setting in front of you, just for easy reach later. And then let's just come to stand. Take a moment to look down at your feet and just kind of wiggle the toes a little bit. You might even lift the toes off the ground and then place them back down. You might start to shift the weight forwards into the toes, to the balls of the feet, and then all the way back. Just start to wake up that connection to the earth through the feet. Let's take a nice slow inhale and exhale. Another breath in and slow breath out. Beautiful. And then as we inhale, we're going to start to shift the weight in towards the balls of the feet. So start to shift the weight forwards into the toes, into the balls of the feet. And then exhale, see if you can lift the heels, coming up to tiptoes, lifting them as far as feels comfortable for you. Nice. Take a nice slow breath in here. A few wobbles and shakes, absolutely normal. And exhale here. Another breath in, feel that length going through the spine. And then as we exhale, slowly lower the heels back down towards the earth. Bend the legs, tuck the chin, and just roll yourself all the way down. Each vertebrae dropping one at a time. And then once you reach into your full forward fold, hands come on towards the bricks. Let the back of the neck completely relax. And then you might wish to take a gentle sway of the upper body from side to side. And as you sway, maybe you bend into one leg and straighten the other, and then vice versa. Just kind of waking up the muscles through the back of the legs. And sometimes when we feel kind of stuck, anxious, or busy energy through the body, it's really nice to bring the awareness to the lower body, so the legs and the feet, just to remind ourselves that we're here and not so living up in the head. Then we're going to come back through center. Keep the right hand on the brick. We're going to bend into the right leg, straighten the left, and start to peel that left hand off the brick. Take a twist over towards the left, peeling the chest open, left fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. We're going to take a breath in here. And as we exhale back into our fold, let that left hand come down, rebend both legs, and we'll go straight into the other side. So bending into the left leg, straighten the right. Right arm reaches up, take a twist over towards the right. Nice big inhale here, crown of the head reaching forwards, tailbone back. And then exhale back into your fold. Let's keep that going with the breath. So as we inhale, we're twisting, bending into the right leg, straightening the left. And then exhale, rebending back into your fold. Hands come down. Inhale to twist. Open through the chest. And then exhale back into fold. One more time each side. Just work with your own rhythm of breath. You don't have to twist too far in order to feel the benefits of this stretch. Last breath in to twist. And then exhale out. Beautiful. A little bit different this time. As we inhale, release a hold of the bricks. We're going to come into a halfway lift. So hands slide up towards the knees. Lift and lengthen upper body parallel towards the earth. So there's a little bit of activation through the spine here. And then exhale, bend the legs and start to fold forwards, Uttanasana. Let's take that 2 more times with your breath. So as we inhale, a little bit more yang energy through the spine, a bit more activation. You can even press down in towards the hands. Then exhaling, a little bit more yin energy. Let the upper body melt down. Take that 1 more breath in. Lift and lengthen. And then exhale, breath out to fold. Lovely. Then as we inhale, just slide your bricks forwards here. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the earth. We're going to step 1 foot back and bring 1 knee down. and then the other foot back and bring the other knee down. Take a moment to get comfortable here. We're going to come into a tabletop position, so wrists roughly underneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. If you like to use a blanket for underneath the knees, that's absolutely very welcome. And then we're going to move into a little bit of a version of a cat-cow, but we're going to make it a little bit different. So as we inhale, drop the belly button low, lift up through the chest and the tailbone into your cow pose, opening up through the front body. Then as we exhale, we're going to draw the hips over towards the right, head goes over towards the left, so a little bit of a side bend. And slowly start to round through the spine into a cat-like spine, angry, doming rounding. And then exhale, hips over towards the left as head goes over towards the right. And we come back into a cow position. And then we're going to keep that rhythm going. So it's almost like you're allowing the torso just to roll around a barrel here, opening up through the front, but also sweeping the hips from side to side. Start to just get lost in your own rhythm here, opening up through the back body and the front. And once you've gone a couple of rounds in one direction, you might want to change the direction of the circle. Yeah, beautiful. Tucking the tailbone under while you swing the hips from side to side and then opening up through the front body. Take a nice slow inhale and an exhale. Last inhale breath. Exhale, come back to a neutral spine. And then as we inhale, if you just watch me here, I'm going to tuck my bum slightly under, so lengthening the bum towards the back of the mat. And then exhale, take the knees as wide as feels comfortable for you. Big toes can touch at the back of the mat as you draw the hips back and come into Balasana, child's pose. Any version of Balasana is completely fine. And just take a moment here. Low to the ground. Feel the earth supporting you. How does it feel to land into your body today? Lovely. And then as we inhale, I'm going to just gently lift the head and the chest. I'm going to walk the hands over towards the right. So just patting the hands very gently over towards the right. You might bring the hands slightly off the mat here. So it might be on carpet, on wood, whatever you're practicing on. Left palm maybe stacks on top of the right. And then take an inhale to gain length through the spine. And then an exhale, just allow the upper body, so the head, to relax down in between the upper arms. So you're moving into a little bit more of a child's pose side stretch. Let the left hip draw back towards the left heel. We're going to take a breath in. And a breath out. Let the shoulders soften a little bit more for the last breath. And as we exhale, let's just walk the hands back. No need to look too graceful or pretty here. Then we'll go straight into the other side. So left hand comes off the mat, maybe the right palm stacks on top of the left. So we're reaching the arms over towards the left this time. You might not go too far this time, so maybe you keep the hands on the mat. You see what feels best. We're going to take a nice slow breath in. And then as we exhale, just allow the upper body to melt down. So maybe the forehead comes down towards the earth. Maybe it hovers a couple of inches above. Nice slow inhale. And exhale. Last couple of breaths in here. Adjust the lighting in this room. As we exhale, just slowly walk the hands all the way back through center. Then as we inhale, float back through a tabletop, so lifting the hips off the heels. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands forwards towards the top of the mat, and then bring the front of the body all the way down. So nice and slow. And then lifting up into one of my favorite back bends, a Sphinx position. So feet can be as wide or as close together. If you want a little bit more of a deeper back bend, then you can slide the feet a little bit closer together. Make sure that the toes are pointing back. So untuck the toes, bring the elbows roughly underneath the shoulders. Pressing down through the forearms here to lift up through the chest. Melt the shoulders down the back and soften through the jaw. Take a breath in. And then releasing that breath. And just take a moment here just to kind of marinate body, breath, and experience. Really great pose to relieve any lower back tension or pain. And as we're chilling here for a moment, see if there's any more space that can be created between the ears and the shoulders. Last couple of breaths in here. And then we're going to slowly slide the elbows out towards the side as we bring the front body all the way down towards the earth. Nice and slow. Beautiful. Then we're going to keep the right hand underneath the right shoulder and then lengthen that left arm out towards the left. So we're bringing the left arm directly over towards the left, palm facing down, elbow, wrist, and shoulder in line. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to press down through the right hand to roll over towards the left side of the body. So we're opening up through that left pec muscle. Option to stay here, or maybe that right leg starts to lift. You bend that right leg and bring that right foot behind that left leg. So toes might come down, maybe the whole foot comes down. Right knee stays pointing up towards the ceiling. Relax the head down, and then just breathe. Gentle, soft breath. Maybe a slight extension through the exhale breath. Beautiful. And then gently, when you're ready, we're going to stack that right leg on top of the left if it's not already there. Roll down towards the front side of the body. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So left hand underneath the left shoulder. Right arm reaches out towards the right. I've got some props here, but you go ahead and reach that right arm over towards the right. And then we're going to slowly press down through the left palm to roll over towards the right side of the body. I quite like to chill with my head on the floor here, but if that feels not too good, you can lift the head. Then we're going to lift that left leg up, so top leg up. Oh, hopefully you haven't got a radiator in the way. We're going to bend that left leg and bring that left foot behind that right leg. Stay with the left knee pointing up. Take a breath in. And an exhale. Just breathe here. Feeling the wonderful support of the ground underneath you. Letting the body ease into the stretch. One more breath in. Exhale. I'm going to lift that left leg, stack it on top of the right, roll onto the front side of the body. Then hands come underneath the shoulders. Just make sure that your middle finger is pointing forwards and hug the elbows in towards the body. Then we're going to inhale, squeeze the bum as we gently peel the front body off the mat. So coming into a very gentle back bend. Maybe it's a low cobra, maybe it's a slightly higher. And then exhale, switching on the muscles in the back body as we bring front body all the way down. Beautiful. Let's take that 2 more times with your breath. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Roll shoulders back. Exhale, draping front body all the way down. One more inhale. Lift and lengthen. And then exhale, front body comes all the way down. Beautiful. And as we inhale, push back through hands and knees. Exhale, let's walk the hands back towards the knees. We're going to come into a kneeling position at the back of the mat. You might choose to have a blanket maybe underneath the knees and just make sure there's a little bit of space in between the legs. So we want to try and avoid this situation happening. It puts a lot of pressure on the knees. So it's almost like you can slide a very thin block in between the legs. So knees roughly above the hips. Okay, we're going to flow into a nice little shoulder twist flow here. So as we inhale, reach the arms forwards, up and overhead. And then as we exhale, twist over towards the left and cactus the arms. Bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. Twist the upper body over towards the left. Okay, let's keep going. Inhale, back through center, arms reach up. Exhale, twist the body over towards the right and drop the shoulders, elbows down in line with the shoulders. Keep that going with your breath. So inhale, we're floating back through symmetry. Exhale to twist, cactus the arms. Breathing in. Exhale out. Let's do one more each side. Try not to force the body into anything that feels uncomfortable here. We're staying within the realms of comfort and pleasure. Last breath in. Exhale here. Lovely. Then as we inhale, reach the arms all the way back up. And then exhale, let's drop the hips back towards the heels. And we're going to come into more of a fetal kind of a child's pose here. So bringing the forehead down towards the earth. And then sweep the arms behind the back of the body. So sweeping the arms, almost like you're wrapping the body up in the arms. Fingertips reaching towards the back of the mat. And this position just really allows the shoulders to really relax down here. So shoulders completely let go. Some exhales through the mouth might feel quite nice. Release through the jaw. Relax through the eyelids. Last breath in here. And as we exhale, hands come underneath the shoulders. Just roll yourself all the way up to seated. And then we're going to come to lie down on the back of the body. So I'm trying to do a kind of a hands-free flow here, so we're not putting too much pressure on the wrists. Sometimes I feel like in yoga classes, there's a lot of pressure that comes onto the wrists here. So we're going to try and avoid that non-downward facing dog class. And then we're going to come to lie back on the back of the body. So come into constructive rest first. Constructive rest, legs bent, feet planted, knees pointing up. Then we're going to carefully draw the right knee in towards the chest and interlace the fingers around the right knee or the right shin. Take a moment here, and then as you exhale, see if you can draw that right knee a little bit closer in towards the body. And then perhaps you bring a little bit of movement into that right ankle. So a few kind of circles in one direction and the other. Take a nice slow inhale. Then as we exhale, relax that right foot. We're going to bring the outer edge of the right ankle to rest on the left knee or the left thigh. For eye of the needle stretch or reverse pigeon, gentle flex with that right foot. You might stay here. Maybe you gently draw the legs in towards the body, but keep that right knee rotated away from you. You might interlace the fingers behind the back of the left thigh. Some people like to go back at front of the left shin. Personally, it doesn't feel too great for me. I like to keep it at the back of the left thigh. Again, keep that right knee rotated away from you. Gentle flex with both feet. Take a breath in. And an exhale. Take a moment, breathe. Let the back of the body completely soften. Let the jaw completely relax. One more breath in here. And as we exhale, we're going to release the fingertips, bring the left foot all the way down towards the ground. And then keeping this positioning with the legs, we're going to come into eye of the needle twist. So press down through that left foot to lift the hips, and then just slide the hips over towards the right slightly. And then allow both legs to drop over towards the left. So you're bringing the outer edge of the left leg down. Sole of the right foot comes down towards the ground. Right knee stays pointing up towards the ceiling if you can. And then just take any positioning with the arms here. Sometimes I quite like to take the arms up and overhead, kind of framing the leg and framing the legs, framing the face. Sometimes it can feel quite nice to bring the arms out into a T shape. And then maybe you just roll the head away from the right knee. So rolling the head over towards the right. Take a nice slow inhale. And an exhale. Resist any urge to reach for deep sensation. We don't always have to push at 100%. We can sometimes benefit from a little bit lower, 40, 50%. Letting the body ease into the stretch. Last breath in here. And as we exhale, roll the head back through center if it's turned away. And then tone the abdomen to draw the knees back through the middle. Drop that right foot all the way down and we'll go straight into the side. So realign the spine so that the hips are in line with the heart in line with the head. Right leg stays as it is, left knee draws in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers around the left knee and then start to draw that left knee a little bit closer in towards the body. You don't have to pull too far here, just as long as you feel a little bit of opening through that left hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, maybe you bring some movement into that left ankle. So a gentle circle, maybe a few flexes and points here. Don't worry if there's a little bit of clicking here and there, that's absolutely fine. Let's take a nice slow inhale. Exhale, relax that left foot. We're going to bring the outer edge of the left ankle to rest on the right knee or the right thigh. So we want to try and avoid this situation happening. So you want to try and make sure that left knee is rotated away from you. You might even bring that left palm in towards the inner edge of that left knee to make sure it's rotated away. Gentle flex of that left foot. You can stay here, or maybe you pick up that right foot and you interlace the fingers behind the back of the right thigh. Take a moment, make sure the low back is imprinting down, shoulders supported by the earth, head is heavy. Softening with the exhale breath. A slow inhale. And exhale. Take one last breath in here, feeling that lovely stretch through the back of the left thigh. Sorry, back of the left hip. And then exhale, releasing the fingertips. Let's bring that right foot all the way down. So we're going to keep this positioning with the legs. Going to come into a twist here, but first we'll press down through that right foot to lift the hips, shift the hips over towards the left, and then drop both legs over towards the right. So bringing the outer edge of the right leg down, sole of the left foot comes down, taking any positioning with the arms that feels right for you. Some people even like to place the hands on the belly itself. That might feel a bit more healing, a bit more nurturing. Turn the head away from the knees over towards the left, or keep the head upright. And then herding, shepherding the attention to your breathing. Softening through the facial muscles, relaxing through the eyelids. Last couple of breaths in here. Take your time. Take your last breath in here. And then as we exhale, tone the abdomen to draw the legs back through the middle. Release that left foot all the way down towards the earth. And then we'll shuffle the feet a little bit closer towards the bum. We're going to lift up into a bridge pose. So just make sure that you can tickle your ankles here, all 10 toes pointing forwards. Bring the arms down either side of your body, palms facing down. We're going to take an inhale to press down through the feet. Exhale, squeeze the bum and start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, peeling low back, mid back, upper back. We're going to take an inhale with the hips lifted. And then exhale, roll the spine all the way back down. So we're trying to feed front ribs to back ribs here to get that nice smooth transition. Let's take that a couple more times. So breathing in to prepare. Exhale, lifts the hips, press down through the feet, peeling low back, mid back, upper back. Inhale with the hips lifted. Exhale, roll the spine down. Lovely. Let's take that a couple more times. I'll add in some options in a moment. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press down through the feet to lift. Lifting, lifting, lifting as high as you can. Inhale, use the strength of your legs to keep the hips lifted. And then exhale, roll the spine back down. Beautiful. This time you have an option to interlace the fingers, bring the hands towards the back of the head, let the elbows drop wide. We're going to continue to do what we did, but I'm going to add in an option. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, press down through the feet to lift the hips high. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Inhale at the top. Exhale, we're going to slide the hips down. At the same time, start to lift the head and the shoulders off the ground. So coming into some sort of ab crunch position. Then as we inhale, we're going to bring the head, shoulders back down towards the earth. Exhale, press down through the feet to lift the hips high. Inhale at the top. Exhale, sliding the spine down, at the same time lifting the head and the shoulders off the mat. Let's take that one more time. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press down, lifting, lifting, lifting. Inhale at the top. Exhale, sliding the spine down, simultaneously lifting the head and the shoulders and the chest. Beautiful. And this time as we inhale, we're just going to release head, shoulders down. Exhale, let the legs go long, and maybe you take a full body stretch in here. So sometimes I quite like to interlace the fingers, push the palms away from the body. So the palms are reaching away from the feet. Take a full body stretch. Exhale, maybe find some movement through the feet here, just a little bit of rounding through the ankles, a little bit of rounding through the wrists maybe as well. Take a nice slow inhale. Exhale, we're going to come straight into our Shavasana. Let the arms reach all the way up. Relax them down either side of your body. Option one, taking your Shavasana on the back of the body. Option two, if you're experiencing higher levels of stress and anxiety, another option would be to take a prone Shavasana. So lying down on the front of the body. Sometimes can feel a little bit more grounding. Even if you don't feel stressed or anxious, it might be quite a nice option. This is a little change. So wherever you are, take a couple of moments to swallow through the throat, relax through the jaw, soften the cheekbones, and relax the eyelids, the eye sockets. Resist any urge to judge or analyze this practice today. And just letting yourself sink into the practice of letting go. Shavasana. I'll now be quiet for the next couple of minutes, allowing yourself to rest and breathe.
Beginning to deepen your breath, taking a slightly sweeter and deeper breath in and out. And when you're ready, just starting to bring back some very gentle movement back into your body, however feels intuitive for you. I'm going to slowly bring the hands underneath the shoulders if you're lying on your front, and just turn around. If you're lying on your back, start to draw the knees in towards the chest and give yourself a nice big hug, a little squeeze. And you can do that once you start to lie on your back if you just turned around. Just give yourself a nice little rock from side to side just to massage out that low back. And then we'll just allow the body to roll off to one side, whichever side feels more comfortable for you, and then lift yourself up into any comfortable seated position facing roughly this way. Hands can rest wherever feels most comfortable. You might choose to end this practice with Namaskar Mudra. And we'll end by taking one sound of the mantra Om on the exhale breath. So just keep going with the sound Om until you let all of the body out, all of the air out of the body, getting my words all mixed up today. So let's take a nice slow breath in through your nose. Exhale one chant of Om. Om. Let the breath resume back to normal. And take a moment to bow the head down towards your heart and thank you and your wonderful body for your practice today. Let's take a nice slow breath in together. Exhale, let it go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Hope you have a wonderful and relaxing day or evening ahead. Thank you so much. I'll end the video now.